Hi y'all, what's up? How everybody doing? Today, ownership, we don't claim on it. Dang, got it. Right here on the live scene. Show you what's going on. Break this whole narrative down. This is why Gina McGill on the footage we didn't have access to. It's just to show you proof that Zach had access to the footage way ahead of time. Way ahead of time. That's when he went live and showing y'all this. You know the time and the dates on it, right? So why this? To make a long story short, it all makes sense. Because once you knock 2 hours, the footage, the main footage. You remember when Irene said, yeah, Kenneka, I last saw her at Tucson. Keep that in mind, right? And the reason why I say keep that in mind, because once you knock the hour or 2 hours off the footage and keep her narrative alive, right? Keep Irene narrative alive when she said, I last saw the girl at Tucson. Back to the footage. 2 hours off. Gang. I swear to God. If you do that, you will see why Teresa made a 911 call, and the whole 911 call is about the lady in the pink and black spandex at the front desk, talking about she was trying to get reception on her phone. Now look, keep this in mind, right? Keep those things in mind, cause we're gonna need that later on in this. Right, her. So check this out, right? Look, when they come back to the 911 call, this how you finna expose everything. Back to this right here. When that 911 said, Miss Teresa, oh, it was a lady in the lobby. Guess what lady they're gonna be in the lobby, right? In the 911 call, let's do a brief check so we can get a clear understanding. Who would be in the who would be Miss Teresa would be talking about girl with a group of girls and a group of guys, cause she description it on her. Hmm? Look, if you go to the lobby, right? Who would be trying to get reception on the phone? And Miss Teresa said, yeah. And this lady took me upstairs, right? And said, she the one that called to the room and report the loud music. If you listen closer to the 911 call, guess what this determined? That means this at 11:14. So they mean that that's 11:14. So you gotta go back to Irene live video and TY live video. Cause guess what? That's finna lead all the way up closely to 12. This is what Miss Teresa don't want y'all to know. Mm-hmm. So now watch this. So when Irene said, you see my live was at 136. Oh, if your live was at 136, if your live was at 130, what time this will be? Gotta get a clear understanding on this. So when you think about the Irene live video, and she said she went live at 1:30, you heard Kenneka in the background, and Monifa to my yeah, we about to come. He said this will be right at one song, right? And we all agree with that this will be at one song? If that ain't one song, then that means this.
A lot of prominent families as
When you read this, and they say what? Go to the video to the front desk. I think there's a guy you mentioned in the video that's a security guy looking suspicious. Guess what time this will be going on? This say 3:56, 2:56. Knock it off. 2 hours. What you get? 1:56. If you get 1:56, listen what they say. Hey, go to the front desk. If we need to go to the front desk, right? Hold on. Show that part. Go to D. Watch what this finna show. 2 hours off. Man, this shit finna hit different. Cause you know this the reason why Gina McGill calls Zach TV. Cause what the footage show, bruh? Man, you got a police officer on the footage roaming in the lobby. Look at this. Hold on. Let me keep rewind fast forwarding this so I get to the timestamp, right? What time this will be? In the morning. Hold on. I got to fast forward. To her. I met in the footage. They said 2 something. Hold on. Stop it right here. Now look. This the most important part. Right here, gang. Y'all see this? If you knock 2 hours off of this, keep this in mind. They gonna be in her hotel room. Mind y'all the movie theaters. Oh, I showed y'all the receipts. What time they supposed to been at the movie theaters? These receipts. So if you knock 2 hours off this footage, man, look what this just showed now. I showed this video so many times and I said, oh, it hit different now. Cause look what will be going on this video. What time this will be? If she coming from the movie theaters, right? Watch this. Check this out. From the movie theaters. Right? If you go back to this, time this will be? Boy, you got me Teresa in a chokehold right now, and I promise you. You got in a chokehold right now, cause that mean they all came. That mean boom. Look, that means they left before. Look, they showed up before Kenneka showed up. This what this video showed before Kenneka showed up. Boom. Once she showed up, now this the tricky part. Cause at 11:13, you will see Kenneka what? Snatch in the lobby. At 11:13, that means everybody showed up at the hotel before she did. And she came in there. Watch this. You don't see her in this lobby. You don't even see Shamaya or Monifa in this lobby. Hey y'all, the girl got snatched in the lobby. So that means Kenneka came in here at 11 some from the movie theaters. She could be all, look, keep this in mind, Kenneka could have been at the hotel on the 6, 7, 8, you know what I'm saying? And it's a video save, right? Keep that in mind. This is why you don't see her. Look, so at 11 some, what will be going on at 11 some then? Watch the footage. What time this will be? Oh, wait. Now, keep the 911 in call when Mitchell said, yeah, it was a lady downstairs trying to get reception on her phone. And she did say she saw my daughter downstairs with a group of girls and a group of guys. Watch what this footage finna show. When you say, okay, let's go to the timestamp then. Look what time this will be. Drop it in my chat. Once you knock 2 hours out the footage, they already knocked one off right here with this timestamp, right? So boom, what time this will be? So if you understand what time this will be, you will understand why she got snatched in the lobby. Coming from the movie theaters, bruh. And it's already a video before she left out the room to go to the movie theaters. That's why they said they about to come outside in the Irene live video. Cause Irene live video want y'all to believe they said one song. Not that one song, cause that's the same video Livernois wants you to believe that one song. If you believe Trey Gang, well, look, that means the girl came in the hotel. That means they already had the live video talking about let's go outside. And the mama, you know, all that, right? You heard all this. So Kenneka go to the movie theaters. Watch this. And come back from the movie theaters. If you got already the video that you need that, oh yeah, we're in the room. We just need her to show back up. You see what I'm saying? And the hotel gonna support, like, yeah, showing her coming in the hotel. But they're gonna show her coming in the hotel and Snatch in the lobby. In front of the girl, the trans girl with the pink on. You see what I'm saying? That's why Miss Teresa was like, look, I last seen her leave the house at 11:30. Why do you think she put an accurate timestamp there? Yeah, I saw her at 11:30. Cause look what the family doing. At 11:30, she went to the movie. Miss Teresa told everybody. Yeah, she went to the movie to celebrate what? A new job. Who's she gonna be at the movie theater with? Family members. So who you gonna see come in the footage? Family members. And then look, and this in it, and then watch this. This at 11 something. So that means when you watch, let's say when you watch Like this here at 11 something. Boom, watch this. This what will be going on at 11 something. See that? Uh-oh. Something already wrong, ain't it? Uh-oh. Look what this footage hitting so different to me now. Look what's going on. But then again, I ran all the footage together. So I said, damn, let me run all the footage together at this time frame. It makes sense. Watch this. You see her? That's why she ain't gonna be in the room. Cause at this point, I'm like, man, look, boom. It's going down. That's when Kenneka got snatched in the lobby, bro. Hi, y'all. Boom. Then you got Friends Cave on the move. Look how everybody on the move. Yeah, I got him. Look what will be going on at what time, gang. Check this out. Now we at 12 o'clock. Look what this look like at 12 o'clock when Friends Cave, Sun Trey gang that letter. Let me stop and pause it right here so we can clarify this shit, bruh. Hold on, I got to pull it up. But I got to pull it up. Man, look, don't even think about room 926 right now. Cause I feel like you probably know something. You're trying to get me y'all. Just be patient. Room 926 gonna pull up. Don't beat me to the punch. Cause if you beat me to the punch, they let me know you know something. So now look. What time this gonna be? So if this at 12 something, I got 1 million views off the Friends Cave letter alone. I went viral damn near 3 times off this shit, bruh. Look at this at 12 something. Cause remind y'all, Irene wanna tell y'all the TY live video. Oh, that's when you got the manager at the door talking about keep the music down and don't call the cops. And what time they want y'all to tell y'all this will be going on at 12 o'clock? Watch this how this footage finna hit different at 12, gang. Look, 2 hours out the footage. Off the footage. Remind y'all, Leonora words. Irene word. I last saw it at 2 something. Go to Zach interview. What time your party got started? At 1 something. Oh, at 1 something. Oh, your party got 1 something, right? I see why you said that because you got to say that because of Leonora because of the video. Let's see what it do at 12 something. Going on 1. Man, this shit hit different now. Just pay attention to it. Look, gang, check this out. Do y'all see this? This at 12 something, right? Think about the Irene live video. I last saw her at 2 something. Then she got a video out here talking about my live was at 1 something. That's when everybody was showing up, giving you an illusion like, yeah, she was there at the allegedly at the parlor waiting on the TY and them to show up so they can get it cracking at 2 something. But the whole time, that's a video that was already shot. And the girl came outside, could have possibly went to the movie theaters and came back, and that's when they snatch her in the lobby, and that's what you see on the footage to cover it up. You see what I'm saying? Do this look like somebody got snatched in the lobby at 11 some, going on 12? And where she could have ended up outside. Cause keep this in mind, on this footage, somebody gonna be running from the parking garage on this video. This claim first use at all education purposes use only. All rights, image, and music clips and other material belong to their respective owner, and we do not claim ownership. Look, this is the whole purpose of me showing the video. Make it so bad. This video really supposed to cause an uproar right now. Cause if you say, yeah, if this at 12 o'clock, right? Then you finna understand this. What will be going on at 1:30. And this why you will see security at 1:30. Look. Look what you see on the footage at 1:30. Not this. Watch the lies. When they try to show you, oh yeah, let's show you what was going on at 1:30. Really? This at 1:30? This when Irene supposed to be going live, remember? Remember that. Ain't this when Irene supposed to be going live? Remember that shit. Oh, exactly at 1:36. So if she going live at 1:36, right? Oh, now I see why they want us to believe Irene going live at 1:36 make it look like, yeah, they waiting on Kenneka to show up. We need 2 girls. So she went outside to go get the key. Get Kenneka phone and the red energy bullet drink. And since TY and them got them, when she made it back in, they started going live, and that's when the security and them kept coming to the room and saying, yeah, keep the noise down. Look how they got this shit written up, bruh. Look how they got it all written up at 1 something. Keep this in mind. Ain't Mr. Reese finna be calling that hotel at exactly that 2 something, right? But look, watch this. Look what be going on at 2 something. Look how you would have everybody caught allegedly at 2 something. But look how it would look different. Everybody caught at 12:20 something. 12:26. That shit hit different now. Don't that hit different now? 12 something? Oh, so that mean when French K saw her on the bed sleep at 12 something, everybody left out the room. And that's when French K still going to the room with sheets and blankets. Hold up. Hi y'all. That means at some point in time, they left her in the room with staff members, and look what everybody did. Dip out the room. dip out the room. And then look, now we going on to one something. Look what you got at one something. Go back to this shit. At one something. Look on the video at the front desk. If you got all this shit going on, it was on that footage. Right here. Got him. Look at this shit, bruh. You watching this at 12 something. This 204, look how I line all the footage up together. Look what be going on in Friend's case. Said, yeah, she was already drugged up. And I seen her on the bed sleep. That's why you had the transgender get out of there. That's why you don't see the transgender no more after this one. Oh, you're gonna see her pop up later on, an hour later. But look what will be going on in the room at 12:04 that Kenneka already in there. That's where you finna get the Paul Manning, the corrupt police officer that Gina McGill was talking about. That's why Zach said, you mean to tell me they was there when the crime was being committed? Look who Gina McGill say, who would be there when a crime is being committed? She gave you the names. Look at this shit. 12:05. Look at this setup like this. Miss Teresa was like, I don't want nothing to come back to me, so I'm gonna say I got the call at 11:30. I last seen to 11:30. This, you lied. This showing you the setup, cause you look. She gonna be at the movie theater. It's in Bree phone, bruh. When they leaving the movie theaters and when they were testing Kenneka phone and all this, guess who had control of the phone? So look, 12:05. I'm playing the footage. So I was saying, this why we need the footage. Cause look how you can line everything up at that exactly time frame. This why you don't see no lower level footage. You wanna know why I don't showing the lower level footage? Why I'm showing this? Because the camera's cut off. It's nothing to show on the lower level. So look how turned up it is on the lower level. And guess what else I figured out? Right here at the front desk, y'all know, look, don't y'all know that ballroom right here at that door? That's where the elevator's at, bruh. Watch this. 12:05. He said, ain't this when he's smoking a bud, drinking, and doing all this shit with them in the fucking room? That's when the room turned up. And he said she gonna be in the room. So that means Kenneka gonna be in that motherfucking room and she gonna be asleep at this point, bro. And if she sleep at this point, and once you watch this footage and what this man said, and you go back to this 911 call, you will see why Miss Teresa on the 911 call saying this shit.
She had my car. She was driving my car. She know I don't like nobody to drive my car because my insurance will not pay for nobody. No one besides her. And her friends kept calling my phone. I told them to stay out here. They stayed out here they called me like about 3-something in the morning.
3-something in the morning. If you knock 3-something in the morning, knock 2 hours off her footage. That's gonna be at 1-something, right? So when you go back to the court paper, then Sergeant Rose said, hey, she came out the room at 1-something, right? Now this is a police statement. Then she came out the room at 1:30. Y'all seen I show that all the time at 1:30, right? Let's say that's accurate. Then you go back to the court paper. The court paper said, yeah, at two some, Miss Teresa calling the hotel, talking about check the cameras. So if that was at two some, knock that hour off and go back to one some, cause once you go back to the court paper, then they say Miss Teresa was notified round about that time and calling the hotel staff, and they said they were gonna check the cameras. And when you go back to French Cave, it show you French Cave was in the room with these people before Miss Teresa calling these folks. Look. Watch what you finna see on the footage. Cause French K said, watch this game. If French K said, I saw her in the room 12 something with all her clothes on, and it didn't look like no assault that was happening to her. That means they took her out that room, and when they took her out that room, guess what French Cave in the front desk was doing? Making duplicated keys. So now they took her out of the room and take her to another room. That's why French K said, yeah, when they came out of room 926, they must went to the 11th floor. But the reality, they was on the 11th floor when they took her out the room on the 11th floor and goddamn it took her to room 926. Guess who will be making rooms in room 926? Guess what? If I can prove to y'all right now, Kenneka came out that room right at 12 something, going on 1:30. Just say Kenneka came out the room at 12 something. After 12:30. Let's just say 1 o'clock. Right? Let's just say she came out the room at 1 something. Just say Kenneka actually came out the room exactly at 1 something. Guess who will be making duplicated keys to a room on the 9th floor? French K. Meaning they finna take her to room 926, where the staff members at. Guess how long she gonna be in that room till they found her in the kitchen? Man, y'all, they said she was roaming in the kitchen, and this was going on around what time? At 3 something? Yeah. So watch this. Hold up. You finna see this same dude on the footage. He is on the footage, bruh. Him. He on the footage. That's the reason why I made the video. The dude in the red striped shirt, Gina McGee was talking about Paul Manning, he on the footage. That's him on the footage at the front desk. That's him on the footage at the front desk. Paul Manning. Look. Check this out. Then Trey Gang show y'all Zillionaire, Augustin Cole, the girl talking. Y'all remember Augustin Cole? They all work for who? The same goddamn company of the movie people, bruh. Type Zillionaire name in. Type Augustin Cole name in. The person that was talking about all this Kenneka Jenkins case. Ain't they actors? Tammy Rowland, ain't they all linked back to this same company right here? Look at this shit. Hold up. If you go to his Twitter account, Paul Manning, look at the books. The people in these books make me look good. 1078. Oh, what that mean? People in this book make you look good. Hold up. You should really catch this book before I catch you. You want to know why Gina McGill exposed this stuff? Hold on. I can't wait to sink my teeth into this one. What? This is on this man's page, on the Twitter account. Look. No, that's a gay police officer when it come to the village people. YMCA. I'm not in this. Hamilton police. So look at all the books. Proper research. But look. Matter of fact, I should go to my researches on this John. Nah, I shouldn't even do that. Cause I already did it before. Thumb me up, did Trey Gang show y'all Zillionaire on her? August did Cole. Not only them two bastards. Look what be going on at 1:30 on the footage if you got the real timestamp on the footage. Matter of fact, look, what time this will be at 1:56. With this receipt alone at 1:30 and find out the truth was on the footage, look what this showing at 1:56. At 1:56, that means, look, security was called because the motion sensor went off and nobody wasn't watching the pool at that time. Why they talking about that when nobody wasn't watching the pool at that time and you got these bastards in the location? Hi y'all. Hi y'all. Hi y'all. Once you go back to the court papers, go back to Sergeant Rose said what Sergeant Rose said. What was going on there one time? She came out of room 926, didn't it? So that means when they came, got her off the 11th floor, took her to the 9th floor where security was seen making duplicated keys. Hold up. You got to watch the front desk for this one. Cause, hold up, matter of fact, let me show y'all this video. John Frank video.
Kenneka Jenkins case, rest in peace to Kenneka Jenkins. Yeah, this is Tanya with the Kenneka Jenkins case, rest in peace to Kenneka Jenkins. Y'all YouTubers, y'all negative YouTubers out here talk about, oh, the videos this, the videos that. Like, nobody can edit. Watch this YouTuber right here edit a video without no editing skills or of any sort. But watch he do it. He's going to show you how they edit. He's going to show you how they edit the videos. He's going to show you how they edit the videos to make it look like something else. Watch. But he's going to show you how they edit the videos or how they can edit a video. He's going to show you how they can edit a video. Watch.
Hey, that the music might be playing in a second. Alright, John Frank from the Black Dog. I'm going to play this video. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to show you how to edit. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, how to just edit.
Look who that is. This when the video first came out, he the one that showed everybody how the videos got edited. Guess where he from? And then once you go to this other YouTuber, look how all these other YouTubers was exposing each other, bro.
Hey, bro. Let me ask you this. All right. Hey, is your son
With
gay?
Jedediah Brown, hold on, and with John Frank.
Hold on, Clown. Give me a second.
iTunes or Google.
Him. So I'm showing y'all he doing the interview with Jedediah Brown.
Play, maybe with Spotify, or is that limit?
Send me the music. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna let you know if it's whack or not on Twitter.
Listen, you could even.
And not on Twitter. It's all about promoting they fucking music and they ugly ass talent. Watch this game. I'ma just play the video. This him.
Ain't nobody on YouTube. All these people talking junk. Ain't nobody show the demonstration how to edit yet.
Read that.
So stop it.
Alright, I'm gonna show you how we do this in the editing world. So it's like, here's why we say it's edited. Boom, we just made it disappear. And back. Now watch this. Now we can make the friends disappear. This is why we think what we think. Comment, subscribe, tell me what you think.
Yes,
I
like
don't
and
know.
subscribe. Now tell me
I
that.
want to know what you think. Comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Please subscribe.
All these negative YouTubers, oh, you the YouTube police and all this stuff. No, we just trying to, we finally coming together. We trying to help a young girl that the law won't step up as they won't even pull out the
See what I'm saying? He the one that told everybody about the video. Guess who shared the video? Mike Larry. So to make a long story short, look. Man, this case over with. Cause everything what you about to see on this video at 12:05 with all the footage. That's why I said we need all the footage. Cause look what this shit finna show at 12 something. This finna show you what everybody at on the footage. Look how Friends Cave on the move. They already got a girl unconscious in the room. Irene them live was at 12 something. I mean at 11 something. Before 12 something, bruh. So when you heard in TY them when they said don't call the cops, guess what time that live would actually be? If they said don't call the cops, that's got to be around 1 something. Cause y'all got to know that video gonna be at least 2 hours long. Why you think he running in that bathroom in the corner? At 12 something. Look, this why Miss Teresa got the lawsuit, cause this why Miss Teresa won the lawsuit, cause she had to agree with this shit, bruh. Don't show nobody this at 12 something when she first arrived, like in the beginning. Remind y'all, in the beginning, they said she arrived at 12 something. You couldn't show this shit when she arriving at 12 something in the beginning with this shit. So look, boom. Then look at all these people. You got everybody on this footage. Guess who these people is, bruh? I ain't gonna say who these people is, bro, because I did so much research. I said that's why they coming in. No, it made fucking sense now. It makes sense. It make a lot of sense. So at 12 something, this one it was actually going down. Look. I just speed it up, right? Look what's on the footage. Look, what you finna see? Bam! Oh, change the money draw out right quick. Change the money draw out right quick. This at 12 something. Look, this at 12:08. Look what's going on in the footage. And that's when he said, yeah, let me go check up on the room. And he up there smoking with him. So she gonna be on the room on the 11th floor, not the 9th floor. We finna get to the 9th floor part. Watch this. Bye, y'all. In the door, Jack. Now look, that's why I said, I'm gonna mute my microphone. You know what? Look, that's what I was saying, bro. This why Kenneka don't got no justice, bro. Because of this. I don't have sound. I just specifically said, look what will be going on at 12. Matter of fact, since you don't want to listen to me, you might as well listen to this bitch.
I was laying in the bed. I just had breast surgery. I fought deep breast cancer, so I'm, sedated off medication early, and they telling me she out here. So once I rejuvenated, to strengthen myself enough to get up and drive out here to look for. Once they brought me my car, I came right out here.
So when did she say bring her car? Answer that motherfucking question. If you can't answer that motherfucking question, watch the motherfucking video. Damn! Really though? This why Mr. Reason told you this shit. I got the call at 4:34. This video proves otherwise. You see what I'm saying? You know what? I'm through talking. Matter of fact, watch this. I'm through talking, right? I said, well, just watch the footage. Watch how many people still don't get it. Watch how many people still don't get what you actually seeing on the fucking footage. Miss Risa wants you, Miss Risa and Leonora got y'all thinking that Tucson. Since she got you thinking that Tucson, watch what this finna show you at Tucson. What they don't want you to see then. Look, watch this shit. Check this out. They lied to you so hard. Oh, Miss Teresa got the call at what time? At 4:34. Oh, this when Miss Teresa would get the call around about this time. You still believe that? Fuck out my motherfucking channel with this shit. Yeah. So, if you knock 2 hours on the footage, the lady on the radio station talking about, yeah, I first got the call when we did. She was like, when they last saw her, when you got the, well, they said, you know what I'm saying, I got the call at 4 something. Look, this showing you was actually at 2 o'clock. This would be showing you, look what the video would be showing at 2 o'clock. Irene, this bitch said I didn't come out the room. But the video show you coming out the room exactly Tucson. But guess what these motherfuckers gonna show you? TY live video at Tucson. Hold on, matter of fact, let's go to TY live video and showing you how she in the room. And next thing you know, I heard somebody say, get this to that girl. You still focused on that shit, bro? That's why Miss Teresa winning. That's why she ain't got no judgment, because of her mammy. Let's debunk it right now. Let's debunk this shit right now. Let's debunk this shit right now. This why you gonna need freezer keys. Look. This one Trey game. Guess what time this gonna motherfucking be? Ain't this at 2:39? Ain't this when Miss Teresa calling the hotel? Can y'all check those cameras? And mysteriously these bitches got freezer keys. The front desk going on camera. Hold on. Watch this shit. I just showed you this. What would he would be doing at the front desk, and look where they going. Everybody going to the fucking freezer. Oh, can't comprehend this shit now? Can't comprehend this shit now, cause I can shut it down. Like, well, Trick, I don't understand. I shut it down. Fuck it. I'll be a stand-up comedian now. Boost me, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm getting tired of this shit, bro. Matter of fact, look at this shit. 2 hours out there footage. When Irene said Kenneka really not in here, it's 2 hours later. They gonna go back to 1 some. But you like, if she was missing already at 1 some, why you said your lie was at 1 some then, and your party didn't get to crack it to 2 some? So at 2 some, look who they would be covering up for. At 2 some. This the cold part about it, bruh. You mean to tell me these bastards love the hotel that much to cover these bastards at 2 some and want to explain to you this how she got in the freezer? This what Kenneka get. This who they covering up for. The sister, the mammy, everybody that was a part of this shit. This who they covering up for. Look what you see on the footage. How the fuck she get in the freezer then? You got the same fucking freezer keys right here, bro. And guess what time they taking her to there? At 2 some. So that means, guess what? If they needed freezer keys to get her somewhere, that means she ain't even in the freezer yet. We can agree with that, right? That means you getting freezer key. That means she ain't even in the freezer, right? But when they will be carrying her out the fucking freezer then, toting her to the freezer. If you just slightly pay attention, since they got the freezer keys, look what everybody interested in. Freezer. And then look, once you get the body, bam, right at 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. That's how she ended up in the freezer at 3-some. You see this? Check this out. And make it so bad, they told y'all she was walking. You think Kenneka walking at this point at 3-some in the morning? What this footage show at 3-some? Alright? If this footage shows you this at 3-some, look what the fuck the news telling you. Watch this shit. I'm finna get mad. I'm finna shut this shit down, bro. And do this shit all over again. Cause look what they telling you. The news. Right here.
Bags on one simple idea. Make bags that matter. No shortcuts, no fake leather.
Oh! She came in at what time? 12:13. Then skip this. Oh, she was in this area 2 hours later at 2-some. 2-some walking? This at 2:30. Let's see what's on the footage at 2:30. Shall we? Oh! At 2:30, this on the footage? Cold game. So look, this was going, check this out. This was going on. Guess who Zach said who you see the most when Kenneka came up missing? The fucking maintenance man. Who else you see? The fucking security guards. So, if this going on at 2-some, look what they did to Miss Teresa's daughter. Going on 2:30 to 3. 30 minutes. That means this why they will be moving around like that to get her out of room 926. And you get this shit. You get this. You get this at 2-some. Freezer. But you believe this. And this at 3-some. So they said she walked in the hall from 2:30 to 3. And then look what the footage was showing you from 2:30 to 3 o'clock. 2:30 to 3:30 to be 1 hour Zach. Look what this footage show, starting out with 2. Why Miss Teresa calling the hotel? This at 1-some, 1:30. Going on 2 o'clock. Boom! Don't that fit the real narrative, the real truth? Bam! Everybody on the move. Family members on the fucking move. Bam! 2-some. Going on 3. Now this at 3:04. Everything done. She put in the freezer now. They done covered the crime up, right? Why you think after this, when they did this shit at 3 o'clock, you got another hour and a half for Miss Teresa lied to you and said, I got to call at 4:34. You see what I'm saying? You got this at 1:56. You got this at 1:56. So that means when they took her to the room, when you see the keys, matter of fact, keep that timestamp in mind. Cause you got this. 1:30. This 30 minutes later. And guess what this shit say? Right here, 1:30. Look where they gonna be at the next test. Boom, boom, boom. Security will call and all of this old shit. So that mean, man, they told her out of room 926. Whatever the staff did to her in room 926, they made the friends, gave her out the room, and made her and took her, goddamn it, to the pool area, bro. Guess who's gonna be in the pool area? You got to be fucking kidding me. You got to be fucking kidding me. You see what I'm saying? Look. Look at this. Look what they would be toting her from. Look, you got the Magnet Man. Watch this video alone. Look, watch this at Tucson. Oh, look at this video. From this video, from right here. This at 12 some. 12:01. 12:05. She in the room asleep. He smoking kush. 12:31. Something happened. Now they finna get her out the room. Now they gave us this to occupy us this. But she ain't gonna be on this floor right here. She gonna be on the 9th floor. This is what she went to on the 9th floor. Cause remember what Sergeant Rose said about the 9th floor? Right? Look, you can even go to this. So when they went, if you look at this at 12 something, when she came out the room, that's when she went on the 9th floor. That's why Irene said, yeah, room 926, go to room 926. That was a crew call to let everybody know that's where she gonna be at with staff members. And then look how everything went down. In that room at 926. And the staff gotta get her out of there. You see the movement. So they got to show you her walking her, but she actually in room 926. Cause this how she ended up out the room. Look at this shit, bro. Right here. See that shit? So watch this footage. Oh. Now look at this footage. You can't tell me this shit hit different now, bruh. This shit hit so different. This let me know I was right, cause this was at 12 something. Watch how everybody on the move at 12 something, bro. Got 'em. That's why the lawyer said they knew immediately. Look, and that's why the lawyer said, hey, the family knew immediately when Kenneka came up missing. Not at no 434 what Miss Teresa talked about, because the lawyer said the hotel notified Kenneka immediately when she came up missing. So check this out. That's the reason why they said she came up missing around Tucson, because that's where they can catch the staff up at Tucson. Not Irene Tucson. This where you would catch the staff up at Tucson. Look what the footage finna show. At 12 something, going on Tucson. Hi y'all, and I'm finna mute my microphone for this, cause you don't need no narrative no more. Cause this is what it look like when you figure out the timestamp and roll all the footage. It's better to see where everybody going, instead of just breaking one camera down like, ooh, y'all see that and see that. Look at all these red boxes. This is the reason why they put red boxes in the screen. It's just a throw off to keep you occupied. It'd be like, I think somebody here. I think somebody there. I think somebody, ooh, over here. Look at the red boxes. Something going on. Really, it's a throw off. You see what I'm saying? Cause Cause all this just taking away what's going on at 12 something. Pay y'all. Look. Check this out. You finna hear the ambulance. So look, when you hear the ambulance, check this out. Watch this. I'm so glad that you mentioned the ambulance when it come to Irene line. Man, I wanna thank you. I wanna thank you so bad since you mentioned that, bruh. That let me know, man, you paying attention to this shit. Cause look. This is why they added this in Irene audio. This is why they added this in Irene audio. Look, look.
Slow your roll, shorty.
Slow fucking. Let me see. She playing fucking.
So now look, you heard what's going on in the room. Just look at it like this. This video that you actually seeing, they lip syncing to what's really on the video. And guess what time this would be?
Man, the phones ain't working. This weak ass connection. Shut up. You steady talking to me. You want to get into it? Yeah. Yo.
So I'm not nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's big, ain't it? I sure hope somebody come there.
Oh, did you hear that? That's why they played the Chief Keef audio, the music. They add the video. Look, this is what they did. They add their audio in there to make it look like they were listening to the music. Cause the ambulance came. You see what I'm saying? So what time would the ambulance come? Watch this. You wouldn't know. Look, you wouldn't know unless you watch the footage, right? They added that. They added the audio in that video. Look how it sounds.
I sure hope somebody come there.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you would hear an ambulance that loud in a hotel room? Look how loud it sounds. This is like I'm going live right now. I'm in the house, bro. You don't hear no goddamn cars. You won't even hear the police. So they added the audio to drain out what's really going on in the video. Watch this.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I just got the
No, tough shit. All night.
You want to get to it? Hello?
Think she crazy.
Parking inside.
Boom! Parking inside. That's when they finna talk about the parking lot. Now look what time this gonna be. Same thing that Miss Teresa called. Look. This is why you finna get the hotel staff involved. This is why Irene wants y'all to believe this at one song. And when she came out our room, look who they finna end up with. Security guard. And guess what the security say they finna see them at? Security went and got her from the room by the freezer. So if they said they wouldn't have got her from the room right there by the freezer, then Look what he would be talking about. What's really going on in one song.
Like the man, if you will, is just sitting there smiling. Like, look at these niggas. I could throw them a chicken bone and they would spill all the milk. No self-pride, no self-reliance, no nothing. When is we gonna have unity, man? When is we gonna stop? That's the question. And how long we gotta ask that same fucking question? That's the shit.
So these two grown ass men that knew what was happening to Kenneka Jenkins case. They knew, and they was a part of this Kenneka Jenkins case. That's why they were talking about, I got video surveillance, and guess who saw in the video? The family member. They so concerned about what was going on in the room. If they talking about this what was going on in the room at one song, look at this video. It just solved the whole case. 12:43 going on one song. Listen to everything what Miss Teresa said. Listen to everything what Leonora said when the news reporter asked Leonora, hey, did you get a call from Kenneka talking about she was ready to go at 1:30 something? And that lady said, nope. Look what would be really what's going on at 1:30 something, and look, and then you would see who had access to the phone and the keys. Hi y'all. Appreciate the lights too, gang. Appreciate the lights, y'all. Oh, look. Ooh, look. Look what he doing, gang. This at 12:47. Ooh, look how this shit hit different. Bam. Check him out what he finna do on the computer. Look at it like this here. Kenneka gonna be on the room on the 11th floor. And this when the time when they finna take her from the 11th floor and take her to the 9th floor. Ooh, we with the staff member. Park in the parking lot type shit. And that's when everything will go down about the ambulance in the parking lot. Cause guess what time you gonna see the ambulance? In the parking lot, Jack. Look what time the ambulance gonna show up. And I'm finna match it with the audio that they want you to believe. Yeah, this was round one something. So since we served the ambulance, I'm finna show you on the footage. You see what I'm saying? And keep this in mind. Notice, you don't have no lower level cameras. No lower level cameras at this time. Because they turned off. You ain't finna see nothing at this time frame. So just imagine how much traffic it is on that lower level, Jack. Boom, he on the phone. Y'all remember when T.Y. and them went live at 12 something? Check this out, when T.Y. went live at 12 something, that's why they said, put her ass in the freezer. Oh, let me go to find T.Y. live while we watching this shit. And let's match that audio up. Yeah. Right here. Let's hear this shit. raping her and put her in the freezer. So the audio is right, but the video wrong. The audio is right at 12 something. Look what you get on 12 something. Put her in the freezer. Hi y'all. That's why you don't see these bouncers in TY live video. That's why you don't see gang now. Put her in the freezer. Look. And call Bree Bree.
Show right in the corner on the phone.
With that being said, if they said call Bree Bree, remember y'all, Bree Bree called on back on Kenneka phone and asked was Smack's there. And guess what the timestamp showed what time she would be calling Smack. So that means if they were talking about put her in the freezer and call Bree Bree for the keys with Miss Teresa keys, look when she finna show up on the video. Hi y'all. That's finna show you when she actually came back. Exactly at 1 something. See that? So look. When you heard put her in the freezer, when we finna hear something about the ambulance, guess what time they want you to believe the ambulance showed up round 3 something, right? Well, in Irene live video. Irene wants you to believe her live was at 1 something. There was at 1 something, but the video wrong. You're gonna hear the audio of the ambulance. If the ambulance show up on this parking lot footage at 1 something, you got to make this shit go viral, bro. Cause that's why you're gonna hear the ambulance. Oh, then look, you gotta protect Leonora. That's why they say, yeah, Leonora, did you have anything, you know what I'm saying? When the last time you seen Kenneka? She in the fucking lobby, bruh. $12 going on 1. Guess who? Look. Ooh, wee. Look what you finna see. Everybody on the move. Now we finna hit 1 o'clock. Notice him. Look, notice what he doing on the computer screen. Boy, this shit finna get so crazy at 1 o'clock, bruh. Boom, watch these 2 bouncers come in. Then look, they finna come in. Bam, now this shit going. Then you got him coming in the real. He a staff member. Hold up. Booyah. This finna go on 1 o'clock, gang. And remind y'all, he said, yeah, they kept calling to the room. Put her in the freezer. That means she wasn't in TY live video. She was in another room and they was calling to the room. That's why he gonna be wiping the phones down. Booyah. That's when they will be calling the room. Look who you see in the lobby. Bam! Oh, now guess who they waiting on? Bree Bree. Man, y'all, Bree Bree said I'm 10 minutes away. Now they got to wait on Bree Bree with the keys. Guess what time she really finna show up? That's why Miss Teresa said, I want like, hold up, that's a security truck right there. That's a security truck. Hold on. Cause that ain't the time. Now you see security on the move with the truck back here in the background. But look what be going on though, gang. I told y'all this got crazy. Look, I saw this footage so many times, and I'm like, damn, I don't know what's actually going on, but this shit looks suspicious to me. If I would have known this shit was off 2 hours and add everybody time step up with it, that's why he on the move. That's why Gina McGill finna call Zach TV talking about, yeah, check out the people with the luggage and stuff that comes to get body part. Then look, that's why you see a lot of delivery coming in. Ooh, food delivery, cause it's going down, Jack. Look, boom. That's why everybody buy y'all. Boom, come 9:26. It's a parking lot. They got security coming back in. When that security came back in that door, he went to the elevator, the freight elevator down here, could take you to the lower level this way. That's why they would be coming in from the kitchen area. Bam! Hold up. That's why they y'all at the front desk grabbing they parking tickets. To remind y'all, then they were like, yeah, we got a parking ticket at 1 something in the morning. Ooh, wee. Hold on, boom, check this out. So that means Kenneka gonna be in room 926 at this time. While everybody got out of there and let all those dudes come in there with style members. That's why French K said, yeah, it was a room of number of dudes. Mm-hmm. Bam. Oh! That just show you how much connection it is. Guess what? This how Kenneka finna end up in the parking lot. Uh-oh. This at 1 song. Keep this in mind. They finna text, I'm ready to go on Kenneka phone, right? Cause that's why they had a Kenneka lookalike. Ooh, we at 1 song to cover up staff member involvement at 1 song, bro. Look, there you go, Bama Black. That's why Larry Rogers said it was people in the kitchen preparing food. They wasn't, I don't think they were actually cooking. That's probably where the delivery was going. Even Tay Zonday said, yeah, they gave up pieces and everything. So guess what Tay Zonday was explaining? Oh, since Tay Zonday was telling what everybody was going on at 1:30 in the morning. Then Tay Zonday said this when they would be in the pool area round about this time at 1 something in the morning. With police officer telling everybody, there's nothing to see here. Go back upstairs. And it's a water complaint. So look, don't this match up round about the same time when she said, yeah, it was nothing but a bunch of thugged out kids in the lobby with police officers around about 1 something. Look who you will see in the lobby round 1 something that's thuggish and goddamn it thuggish. These bastards on the footage. Boom. So look, watch the movement. Just watch the movement. Bam. Uh-oh. Watch this footage. Now look how everything was lined up. I knew I was like, this is why I need the footage again, bro. Cause once you add all the footage, it's clear vision. So when you go back to Zach TV, when Gina McGill was like, oh look at the footage. Guess who truck pulled up? That's the cold part about it. Did y'all just see Leonora run out that giant? Guess who truck that is? Look who truck that is on the footage right here. That's if you just saw Leonora and them leave, look what's going on. Little Northern them lead, then you got Kenneka looking like, then you got family in the truck. Look who they finna drop off. Boom, that's why Chloe and all those YouTubers will hide that trade game, because I'm like, look, I just want to just show what's going on with this. And keep this in mind, I ain't even had no clue. This just show you how hard I was hitting on them folk, bro. Because I was like, look, y'all, just knock it out 1 hour. I had everybody on 1 hour. And I'm like, damn. Then when you knock it out 2 hours, then when you go to Jenny McGill, they go to luggage. Oh, let's stop it right there. So look, once you heard the Gina McGill story, hold on, let me pull the Gina McGill story up with Zach TV. Right here. This finna expose everybody, because it is.
Are you, hold on, how sure are you?
Basically, the motto of this story is, you finna see all of this shit at once time. That's all. Everything what she finna say, you finna see all of this on one time. And guess who this lady said she saw on the footage? Look who she finna say she saw on the footage. Higher up people. You ain't even got to worry about Monique and them. You just seen the family members on the move, right? You seen the family members on the move. Keep that in mind. But pay attention to the people with the luggage. And look at the people that's coming in and out. Watch, check this out. You finna see a dude come through here. Not even a white boy. Not a black man. You finna see a foreigner, bro, come through here. And he was in the room. Look at this shit.
That he was there.
Start from the beginning.
And then they're saying that they're police and they want some money, or whatever. The other person just called and don't say nothing. I've gotten 3 calls. Really 4 within the same week. Now, I look deeper into the person. Now, there's a site on Mike's, what is his name, Mike?
First off, who is Mike? Where you get Mike from?
He is the one that, hold on, I wrote it down. Is it Mike Larry?
I'm saying, like, was Mike...
That's why she wanted to reach out to Mike Larry, right? Because look, at that time, I don't even think she knew that Mike Larry got something to do with this shit at this point. Hold on. What Mike Larry video when he damn, I must delete it already. Fuck it then. But look,
Mike in the kitchen. Was Mike?
Look at it. You need to take this information down and look at it.
I'm saying, was Mike? Was Mike?
God owns.
Who?
This person, this white guy that I'm talking about, is a president.
Okay.
A big company, which is Intel.
Okay.
And he owns, what is it? Is it IBM? He owns IBM. But he's over Snapchat and he's over
Okay, but tell me this. Like, what does this have to do with Kenneka?
Because they're joking about it. They were there.
Hold up. He was there, like, at the time of the crime or what?
Right.
Are you, hold on, how sure are you that?
I just want to stop it right there. Let me stop, because did you hear what he said? Was they were there when the crime was being committed.
He was.
Right. Because they're joking about it.
He's.
They were there.
Hold up. He was there like at the time of the crime or what?
Right.
At the time of the crime. Look what's on the footage. Look what's on the footage.
Are you, hold on, how sure are you that he was there?
I've been reviewing their pictures all day today. These people, those white people that walked into the building.
Right.
The luggage and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. They're from the what do you call it?
He what?
Where they come and get body parts.
Okay.
Okay. The guy in the stripy shirt has a stripy shirt on. There's a picture from the company that he works with in Chicago. Organ donors, I forgot the name of the company. I didn't write that down today because I've been writing so.
And guess what? Guess who you finna? If she said a red striped shirt, guess who she exposed? Guess who she exposed? Him. Him. This who you gonna see on the footage at the front desk. And if you do background check on him, he was a police officer and was exposing corrupt police officers. And it got to a point that he became corrupt, and now he on the footage. This who was at the front desk at one something. Plain sight. Look, this is him. That's why she said he been getting lifetime achievement awards. So just look at it like this here. He ended up exposing human trafficking, police corruption, organ harvesting, into becoming one of them. He went to exposing them to coming to one of them. Look at this shit, bruh. Look. Paul Manning. Guess how Gina McGill would know all of this? You want to know why Gina McGill know all of this? Answer that for me. Trey Gang, tell us how Gina McGill know about all of this shit. Cause Gina McGill went to college with a bunch of corrupt people. And she know how they move. And she basically exposed it. Matter of fact, you finna see him on the footage. I ain't finna say no more. Hold up. Video where? Yeah, like that's why she mentioning Mike Larry. Cause look what will be going on round about the same time you finna see on the footage.
A lot. Why we gotta keep going through this shit, man? Everybody got a code except for us. Respect to Tariq Nasheed when he speaks on we need to have a code. Where's the code?
Let me give you an idea how far as viewers. I'm gonna give you an idea as far as viewers. Okay, now, if mama go and she say something bad, I'm just using this as an example. If you saying something bad and you getting 300,000 views, all these people are seeing this and they thinking this negative thing that you're saying. You see what I'm saying? That ain't good, man. When you can just sit down, we can just sit down and just have a conversation with them. I think they deserve that. They stood out there just like I stood out there, man. I seen them working. Listen, it bothers me so bad to see this message, man, which I knew already wasn't true, but it bothers me how they played Jedediah, and that man denied his mama. His mama was fighting for her life in the hospital. I don't know if you know that. His mama was fighting for her life in the hospital.
Yeah, I remember him
but
saying
yet
that.
he was out there fighting for justice, not of his own, man. He was still out there, and then after that, he had to get to his mama. And
here we go, y'all. I was trying to find that video, so let me go back to Zach. Which one Zach was on? Right here. Now look what was going on with the suitcase.
Go to this here, GIFLARI.
Okay.
And RAFSANJAANI.
Okay.
Okay, that's one person to look into. The other one is Joel Combs. JOELCOMM. He's the owner of IBM.
So why would these guys target Kenneka Jenkins out of everybody in that hotel?
Listen, they said on that they said they got a picture of Mona Lisa talking about her hair was all messed up. It's in the chat. It's chat. There's another guy I get to. He's a police officer. His name is Paul Manning. See, I'm giving this information. I'm trying to get quickly.
I'm listening to you. I'm driving. I'm on the E-way driving to a video shoot, but I'm listening to you at the same time. Keep talking.
Okay, it's Paul Manning. You gotta look into him. It's MOBINFILTRATOR. That's another person to look.
Okay. And these are suspects, right?
Correct.
Okay, I got a question for you. Why out of everybody, why you coming to Zach TV instead of going to the police officers?
Because Zach, you said that you wanted to do this here.
Right.
You wanted to solve this here. I'm by myself. I don't have anybody. You just don't know.
Okay, tell me, do any of the friends have anything to do with it? Because I believe they don't have shit to do with it.
Oh, I believe they got a lot to do with it.
Whoa. You said the friends got something to do with it?
I think they do.
What the fuck? Where you get, like...
The hand sign, I've been watching how the Illuminati, how the Baphomet, you know how they do their hand.
Hey, hold on. First off, why did you call me? First off, I don't know how the fuck you got my number. No disrespect. I don't know.
I got your number off of the Twitter account. You had it in the Twitter account.
Nah, my business number is on Instagram. Instagram.
That's it. It was on Instagram.
So, and you call, hold on. You called me private because you don't want the police to get your number, right?
This is the thing. They've been watching me the whole time. They've been watching off of my tablet and my smart TV. They keep sending me kind of little messages. They're into the phone. Do you understand the company that did this whole thing? The man that's involved in this here, him and his friends, they're joking about this here situation on the night. They got the dates on there.
Wow. This is crazy.
This how Jenny McGill went. Jenny McGill went to law school. Jenny McGill, check this out. Jenny McGill got rank out here, bro. You could just look at Gina McGill got power too. That's how she know them. Cause when she graduated from Michigan Law School, guess who she graduated with? That's how she know everybody on the footage. This is like y'all go to high school, right? You went to, just say you went to high school with this dude. And you like, damn, I went to high school with this nigga. You see what I'm saying? And guess who she graduated with? The people that work there. That's how she know who the manager related to, cause they went to college together, bruh. And studied the same degree. Law degree. Bachelor degree. Master degree. They study all that. That's why she pointed them out on the footage. Look what she said. This is why Zach TV said, oh, they was there at the time being committed. So if you look at what time this actually is, look what will be going on with Kenneka. Not like they want us to believe, oh, she roaming around the hotel for an hour and nobody can't find her. You see what I'm saying? So boom, watch this. Look on the footage. You finna see Paul Manning. Look, Friends K finna get duplicated keys. So that means, damn, if they need the keys around one something. So is they finna take her to the room 926? Cause they just made duplicated keys. They just called the room. Look what's on the footage on this alone. Ain't Friends K finna go grab those duplicated keys from behind this phone right here. I don't care what the other footage show right now. Just watch this scene. Look what's on the screen. That's Madman and his boys coming in. That's that one song. Look what he telling them to go. Straight where the police department would be at.
It's deeper than what you think. I keep on trying to.
Boom, there go the freezer keys. In this hand.
They keep calling my house.
Hold on.
Listen, there are cameras in these smart TVs. There's technology that we don't even know about. You understand? They even tell you it's in your phone. Those black screens, it's in your phone. There's a camera. They're watching you every day.
So why are you a prime suspect over the case? I don't get it.
Why am I a prime suspect?
And the cold part about it, before this footage was shown to the public, they was already talking about who was all on the fucking footage and who was there. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, not a suspect. Why are they on your ass so bad? Because you know all this information?
Because I keep on searching into things and pulling it up, and every time that I pull it up, I'm getting a message sent back to me through my iPad. Then I got a phone call today.
Hello?
From Kenneka Shaw, 706. I mean, I don't know no Kenneka Shaw. I was discussing it with somebody over the phone, and then all of a sudden, my home phone rings Tanisha Shaw.
That's crazy.
Thank you.
So basically, out of everybody in the world, you went to my Instagram, you say, okay, Zach is over the Kenneka case.
That's why she know about everything about law enforcement. If you went to college with these people, y'all studied the same thing. Y'all both studied law enforcement and bachelor degrees and all this. That's how she was able to say that. Like, look, they done got in my phone, Zach. Cause she a part of this shit, bruh. The lady got scared and warned Zach, cause she even told Zach stay off the case. Cause eventually Zach gonna put all of this shit together. That's why, look, that's why you finna get this at one song. Right here. This why you got this at one song. At 1:30, go to the front desk. You mentioned the dude at the security. Look what's showing on at the front desk. At one song. Front desk, one song. Boom, one song. That's why you would have that's why you would have Killer walking downstairs on the lower level while Man them would be walking down here. That's why they all heard something down there. Their stairwells at one song. This when the time when Monifa said put her ass in the freezer. So don't that audio match up with the footage? The surveillance footage. Mm-hmm. That's why they release it at that timestamp. Show Irene live at this time. You know what I'm saying? But they just didn't want nobody to catch on to the audio. Cause you gotta show us something at one. You don't want us to be focused on this at one. You see what I'm saying? So look what's finna go on 2 o'clock. Damn near 30 minutes. You finna see Paul Manning. The dude with the striped shirt, the people with the luggage, all of that's on the footage. Look at some of these people that's checking out at odd times and shit. This is exactly at 1:20, 1:30. Look what's going on at 1:30. And that's when the text in Kenneka phone, I'm ready to go at 1:30. So look what text would be shown. That's why we need the GPS device and see what location they was in the hotel when their text was being made. Cause look what everybody phone is on. Look what be going on there one something. Not like Irene live. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And y'all like share this shit right now. That's why he would be going in the kitchen. In the restaurant. He just he finna go in the restaurant. Boom, 1:30. He just said, man, at 2 something, Miss Teresa gonna be calling the hotel. So look what be going on an hour before Miss Teresa allegedly said, yeah, I'm calling the hotel about check those cameras. Check those cameras. What you would be looking at. 1:36, I'm ready to go. Now look at the front desk move. Boom, once you go to the front desk move, that's why they say, yeah, go to the front desk round 1:30 song. guess who you finna see? White t-shirt girl with the black spandex. Keep it mad. Oh, ain't they go Paul Manning? Popped up on the scene. There he go. Him. That's him. There he go. Him. Pow. At one time, at 140. That's what Gina McGill was telling Zach about. Cause when I watched this video without knowing this, I ain't know there was the police out. I watched this video so many times cause it always made me think like, why would he be looking at, why he would be wanting to contact the front desk at this time in the morning? And he pointed to the back like he pointed like everybody else. Yeah, go that way. You see what I'm saying? This Paul Manning right here, bro. Him. So everything Gina McGill was saying, bro.
Or I don't know how the fuck you come about, but you like.
I watched your videos. I ended up seeing one of your videos, and you said that you, no matter what it takes, you were going to a school and you were putting on your shoes and said, no matter what it takes, I'm going to solve this case. I'm not asking for no money. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that. I said, let me call Zach. Let me see if I can find Zach. Because I was going to get in touch with, what is it, Jedediah.
But you know the video, the video. This was scaring me, ma'am. The video you're talking about, I put it on a Kenneka Jenkins discussion group on Facebook. That video is not on YouTube. I asked you earlier, are you in a Facebook group are you in a Kenneka group on Facebook? You said no. Hold up, listen. You said no. So I'm like, how the fuck she know about the video? How did you see it?
I've been watching videos all through everybody else's videos.
Okay.
I've been watching so many videos. And it's just, they put yours in there. They add yours in there. They add, what Mike's talking about Larry. He's talking about getting off. So he stopped talking about Kenneka at all. I couldn't get him. I couldn't get his number.
That's why she wanted to reach out to Mike Larry, because Mike Larry is involved. You mean to tell me this shit don't hit different now?
Then he has to get rest and reboot. He passed out there. Lamont, I worked on.
Talking about they got video.
Side by side with Lamont, even on the Laquan McDonald case. And when that's.
See what I'm saying? They even said they connected to Mitchell Reese. They even said, yeah, mom reached out to me. You know, even Mitchell Reese made it public. Yeah, they fighting for me.
When that mayor race come up, that's gonna pop up. That's gonna be looking out for that one too. That's gonna come back up in a little bit. The Laquan McDonald, but you know, Lamont was the face of that. If you haven't watched it, he was the face of that. He was the face of that protest. Lamont was the face of that protest, man. They the ones that brought those people out. They worked hard. Mika Chapman, Sheena, Jedediah, Lamont, Natora, all of them, man, they worked hard, man. She passed away, and he panicked, and he started carrying her. He put her on the shoulder, and he carried her, and he met up with the other.
So don't this sound like what he finna say? They carry her into the look.
Friends, he carried her, and they all took her to the damn freezer, man.
Ain't that's what the footage showed? So look, and if you don't believe that, then Watch this. Watch what School Gang did. We'll just go to School Gang video and go to the hotel employee. Guess what time she say she finna die? Hold on.
So she just felt the cold and was just like, oh yeah.
To be honest, common sense, even I had to think about that shit when I get home. When motherfuckers be off drugs, they be sweating.
How was her shoe off and shit?
They be hot.
Her shoes were off. And then there was multiple lip glosses, so I thought, like,
yeah, that too.
who
That's
put
what
her?
had me fucked up. They said, but like I said, I think it was a friend. Isn't anybody that's gonna jeopardize their job? Hell no. Everybody that work here, no, ain't nobody gonna.
I just feel like it's weird because, like, they took so long to, like, release videos.
Yeah, because they didn't have enough. What it was, what I told them.
How did they not have enough evidence, though? Security cameras is so hard. It's so easy to bring her mom in there.
Think about that. We're not gonna release no videos, but we gotta investigate this. We gotta see what she had. We gotta rewind all the way back to see who the friends was. Shit, they thought I was with her. Hell no, I went with that girl. I wasn't with her at all.
So you were working that night?
Oh,
She
yeah,
died.
At 5:30. She died like around 1 or 12. Like,
Hell. That night
oh,
she
yeah,
died.
At 5:30. She died like around 1 or 12.
So you were working that night?
Oh,
She
yeah,
died.
At 5:30. She died like around 1 or 12.
See that? Look what this footage show around 1. That's why he wiping all the phone shit down. Cause the time skipped at the front desk. And when he went behind the front desk, the time skip, that's when he came back and started wiping everything down. I said, why would he all of a sudden start wiping something down? This like at 4 something in the morning. It won't make sense. But it make a whole lot of sense at 1 something. Look. So when he said she died around what time?
Working that night.
Hell no, I went with that girl. I wasn't with her at all.
So you were working that night?
Oh,
She
yeah,
died.
At 5:30. She died like around 1 or 12. Like,
Hell no.
That's why they say they got a video.
What no, and the reason why and that hotel know what's up, and that police department they know what's happening, man. I ain't worried about nobody saying shit about what I'm saying on here because I know my people. I know who behind me. So somebody keep trying to cut off my line.
So
I keep hearing like some damn.
And somebody made a big ass comment in the chat and said, man, they look like they in the same house. It kinda do. It kinda do look like them niggas in the same house, don't it, man? He could be in one room and he in the goddamn kitchen. Cause look, he's screaming in the kitchen. That's kind of odd place to be screaming in the kitchen, ain't it? You see what I'm saying? And he look like, and if you look at the wall, he's somewhere in the living room. And he'll be in the kitchen. Man, this shit crazy, bro. But look what will be going down right at 2. Now this right at 2, ain't it, gang? Right at 2 in the morning. So if Little Meek said she died around 1 something, then you got the news reporter asking Little Nora, hey, it's a video around 1 something in the morning. You the last one contact your sister, and it's a video circulating on Facebook saying it was a girl had a knife in her hand. All of this finna fit this timestamp. And then once it fit this timestamp, that's why he said this shit. Police gonna be there, security gonna be there, everybody was at the pool area. You see what I'm saying? Bam, security went and got her from the freezer room. This one he'll be getting her from the freezer room. If he said they all carried her downstairs, then security got her from the freezer room and did what with her? Then read this. Security when they got her from the freezer room, he was walking her to out the room and he know them and that girl wanted to go back in the parking lot and they pulled away and all this shit. So if she's still alive, she about to die now. If they seeing all this at one video, so basically you seeing Kenneka last moment in this video. Ain't that's why he's so focused on the video? Wiping his tears out his eyes and shit. So that means she finna lose. That go the girl with that goddamn. That go the white chick. Make perfectly sense to me. Make perfectly sense to me and Lewis finna happen. Come on, man. Nothing else need to be explained. Explain, bam.
Transformers talking.
Sweet. Right.
Some I'm gonna read this to you, man. So whoever was at whoever this is, these guys know. I guess they was doing this on a regular, man. I guess they got ties in with whoever this guy is at this hotel, and
So basically, you can say this. Look. So basically, at one song, Lou will be going down there one song. That's why you finna see the white girl. Boom. And guess who gonna be shortly following behind the white girl? Killer. Then they got Killer showing up here at 2:30. But if you keep in mind, Killer gonna show up before this, cause he got off on the elevator right behind the white girl, but the camera skipped and you ain't gonna see him walk directly with the white girl. But the time gonna skip, then they're gonna show him coming an hour later. So boom, this will be at 2:30. That means Kenneka will be already dead. If everything went down at after 1:30, going on 2 o'clock, she would be dead. That's why they all would be at the front desk panicking. Hi y'all.
That's the reason why them damn tapes is edited. That's the reason why those
police even said that shit. That the news said that the police edited the fucking video. They did it. So
she's being carried through the hallway. She's being carried. She ain't walking. That's not her in the video. She's being carried.
So that means if she was being carried, that means This when they would be carrying her. At 3-some. Coming from the pool area. That's what it looked like. At 3-some. At 3-some. But this at 3 o'clock on the dot. So you got a whole hour and a half for Miss Teresa allegedly talking about she got the call at 4:34, but she was calling the hotel at 2:30. She was calling the hotel around about this time. When killing them roaming the hall. And Shemaya them. That's why you got this.
And I came to the hotel and I showed them a picture of her and I asked them if they see it. And there was a lady in the lobby and she heard me asking at the front desk and she said it was music. She did hear music. She called the walk downstairs to report the room and come to find out it was the people next door. And when we knocked on the door, that person said that she did see my daughter downstairs with, it was like 4 of them, and it was 4 of them. And she said my daughter, she was with 3 of her friends, but her 3 friends said, which they, you know, these kids won't tell the truth. They said that they went upstairs to get her cell phone. And when they went to get her cell phone, she was standing in the lobby, in the front lobby. And then when they came back down, she wasn't there anymore.
See that? And y'all stay tuned. Traeger ain't gonna come back live again. I just want to show y'all this. Look what this footage would show at 140. Look what's really going, look how everything going down at 1-some. Like what Sergeant Rose said, this when it was all going down at 1-some. Going on 2 o'clock. This is 30 minutes. Boom. This when they try to say, yeah, they left in front of the lobby like the party was over with. No. That's why they said the party just got started, to give you illusion the party getting started, but shit, it don't look like the party getting started to me at no goddamn 1 and 2 in the morning. See what I'm saying? That's why every time when I make these videos, this is why I made the video. Cause when Miss Teresa said, yeah, it was a group of girls and a group of guys, and they said they saw my daughter downstairs with a group of girls and a group of guys. Who would be the group of girls and the group of guys downstairs in the lobby round about this time? Huh? It was 3 of them and a group of guys. Who fit the description now? Well, why would they have her somewhere in the lobby rap? Come on, bro. You see what I'm saying? That's why Miss Teresa said I had to get the call at 4:34. So if you look at it from daytime at 4:34, you would swear up and down. Man, Miss Teresa talking about bring me my car. Y'all can't find my daughter. Then this finna fit Irene narrative. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We can't find her. We been searching this hotel for 2 hours straight. You want to know where I believe they going? Irene them going? To the DoubleTree. Because I believe when they first arrived, I believe that's where everybody coming from the movie theater. The real room was at the DoubleTree. They just pulled the leak off at the Crown Plaza Hotel. Because soon when they pulled it, because look how everybody came in. There was a room just for the leak only. Boom, let's get there. Wait till Kenneka show up. Once Kenneka show up, boom, give it to her. Next thing you know, look, when Kenneka show up, she missing. You don't see this girl no more on the footage after that. They had to get lookalikes. I don't think Kenneka finna roam back in no hall, no hotel alone, period. You see what I'm saying? And when they came from the movie theater, You know what I'm saying? Came to the Crown Plaza Hotel, murked that girl, bruh. And when it was time to leave, when the job was done, everybody went back to the DoubleTree. Everybody went to the DoubleTree. And left these bastards in at the hotel to clean it up with the police. See what I'm saying? That's why Mitch Rich said, I want to get the call at 434. And then once you look at the footage, be like, look, that's at 5, son. That's when they were looking for. Until Mitch Rich opened up fat ass mouth, was like, well, Mitch Rich, you said you showed up at 5 something in the hotel in the morning. So if you got the call at 434, why you said you was at the hotel at 5 something? Then she had to recuperate that shit, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Hi, y'all. Trey Gang to be back. Y'all stay tuned and like and share this shit. And it's over with.